Welcome along everybody to another first look on the channel. Today we're taking a look at Wantless. This is a tactical RPG. It's a turn-based tactics game. Think XCOM, think Darkest Dungeon. One of them games is on the channel already. The other game is about to come on the channel already. So I've got playthroughs of Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2 on the channel. I've recorded XCOM and I've got an XCOM 2 playthrough going as well. They'll be on the channel shortly. So it's that type of game. And that is what drew me to this when it came up on Steam. It has its own sort of unique take on the genre, I believe. Only ever viewed a little bit of it, kept away from a lot of the stuff, but it just looked really good. And it's just say 8th of November, it's gone out into early access. If you want to look at the roadmap, here's the stuff that comes. So yeah, 80 synapses to forge your skills, 70 enemies, 6 environments, more than 160 talent points. It's more endgame stuff and Eiris and all of this stuff coming, which is good. I like this stuff. Come in and do it. Will I cover everything on here, even if I like the game? Maybe, maybe not. I tend to cover something, let it have a couple of releases, and then carry on. But let's get going and see what Wantless has in store for us. The last report aired 6 years ago. 99.5% of us were gone. Wow. Wantlessness is a state of perfect fulfillment after all. Probably. They're a quiet bunch, the Wantless. Most believe it's better than just living your life. Me? I desperately hope it's better than just dying. Nearing enemies cannot be stunned or pushed around. Good to know. Ewan's End. Or Wan's End. I'll call it Ewan. And you're in. Boy, it's fast asleep up here. He does look more cheerful from the inside. Nope. Not exactly beaming either. Then again, he wouldn't ask to become Wantless if he was. At point. It's been a while. You feeling okay? I think so. But I could use your help remembering. Drag the cast through the screen. Yeah, so we've got the standard stuff. That moves the camera. Okay. Left mouse at the gate. Move to the gate. Here we go. Wretch. Thoughts long abandoned, forgotten, not out of shame or growth, merely for lack of relevance. High melee damage, mobile. My turn. Wretches, forsaken thoughts, aggressive. Still see them as giant insects? Human-faced giant insects. You need therapy. Okay, skills displayed here. Hover them to get more information. You'll use action points to move and cast skills in combat. Skills have limited range. Your punch has a range of 1, so you'll have to move to cast it. Okay. So that's 4 action points to get there. And 27 to 36. Use space or press end turn to end your turn. It's his mind's turn now. And you gave the boy a lot of work to work with. Brace. The more you act, the harder the mind retaliates. As you spend 8 action points, the enemies will also get to spend 8 action points. Ooh, we like that mechanic. 8 full rend. Ow. Take small turns to safely control enemy behavior. One of the wretches is planning to leap behind you next turn. Occupying that position will prevent its move. End your turn to make sure enemies only get 1 AP. Now's a good time to strike back and clear those pesky manifestations. Use punch on the wretch twice. Guessing Yeah, it's 2 AP. Destroying an enemy restores 1 action point. Use this to your advantage. Yeah. Certain skills can push entities around, inflicting low damage on impact. That damage is enough to detonate impulses. Wow. Choose a neural pulse. Increase your hit damage by 40% for 5 turns. Room is now clear. You may proceed to the exit. There's only stuff that we can pick up. Probably tell us. Interesting. Oh, hello. Forgotten ego. The patient's wants are often heavily guarded. Neutralize whatever stands in your way to get them. You can interact with the patient memories to preserve them. Preserving a memory grants various buffs. This one heals you. The turn automatically ends when you run out of action points. Hammer. When their memory is destroyed, the patient's instability increases, empowering enemies and randomly altering combat layout. Should instability exceed the maximum, the patient will wake up, causing the operation to fail. You can lower instability by preserving memories. Push the forgotten ego away before reaching out for memories. Dash cast on the designated position. Okay. Apologies about that. I also need to click off the game very, very quickly. There we go. Right. Patient is now stable again. The dowsing impulse's detonation causes your enemy to become dormant. Dormant enemies will not act for the duration of the effect or until damaged. Examine the forgotten ergo. It's dormant for 1 turn. It's like a bleed horror stuff. What's... Ah, use Alt plus. Okay. Finish the fight as you see fit. The memory near the forgotten ergo restores AP. So if we move here, let's do that. Hammer. Action point stockpile. If an enemy has leftover action points, it will use stockpile. Stockpile reserves all remaining AP +1 for the enemy's next turn. Okay. Is there anything else on here? Okay. Casting range of 1. 28 to 50. Punch him. $77. Could kill him here. There are the boys once, ready to lead him into a blissful slumber. Objective complete. Nice. Patient was abscessized. Vitals stable. Remaining stress level 0. Putting you back now. Okay. Bit of a different premise on that sort of sense, but transposition successful. Memory data is valuable. Preserved memories will automatically convert to tokens, which is our currency, when transposition is complete. And we've also got aerial 1. Strike. Fear damage. Tier 2 efficiency common. Don't know what that is. Brings you back to life with 25%. Choose 4. Okay, they're selected. Okay. You in silence. Godspeed. Dump steed reputation +0. Welcome back. You did well. He's asleep now for good. I know transposing gets really intense. I'll get him to a nearby cradle. You get some rest. Hey, morning. You right? Think so. Happy for the boy. We're expecting patients today. I'll be expecting patients today. Well of an abundant transposing lab spreads like a damn pandemic. Some are already waiting. Well, you get back into it. You got some synapses from the patient's mind maze. Let's do some neuroforging together. I help you deal with that horde of wimps. It's like crafting, I guess, then. A new day has dawned. You've unlocked the Neural Forge. You can now craft and equip new skills. Lovely. Open the Neural Forge and craft your first skill. You can always consult your current objectives here. Yep. This is the Neural Forge. There she is. 6 years, huh? Let me try and jog your memory. As a transposer, the Neural Forge is your most important tool. It combines special data components, synapses, into custom skills that you can use during transposition. I think I'll find my way through the machine's interface. Be my guest. They were pretty bad at it back then. There are 3 types of synapses, all required to forge new skills. Neural Forge synapses. Form synapses determines your skill's range, shape, and number of effects it can apply. Use the left mouse button on Aerial 1 synapse collection to open it. Layer 1 synapse causes your skill to hit a small cross shape up to 3 tiles away. It supports up to 2 effects. Effect synapses determine what your skill does to the target and its target types, enemies, allies. So you can do cure or strike. The strike 1 synapses cause your skill to deal damage to the enemy's hit. Lastly, efficiency synapses determines the skill's action point cost and cooldown. Duo oscillation synapses sets your skill's AP cost to 2 and its cooldown to 1. Once at least one synapse of each type is slotted, the resulting skill is previewed on the right. So it does 40 to 60 damage for 2 AP, 1 cooldown. Customize your name and icon, its AP cost and cooldown, its effects, its range, its casting preview. Fear missile, I like the sound of that. Forge the previewed skill to proceed. Fear missile done. Perfect. Close the forge skill, equip your new skill. Your forge skill is displayed here. Your equipped skills display here. These are the ones you'll be taking into transposition. Finally, here's your discipline. Discipline is the resource you use to equip skills. Each equipped skill reserves discipline when it's equipped and frees its reserve discipline when it's unequipped. Skills discipline cost is determined by its synapses. Stronger synapses lead to higher discipline costs. A skill with a one-turn cooldown will have a lower discipline cost than a similar skill with no cooldown, for example. Drag it across. Okay, so pretty easy. Yep. Forge another one then, Mastermind. Make it a healing skill to compensate for your habit of getting your ass kicked. Forge and equip a healing skill. Okay. The form, inner. Effect of cure. And then AP cost 2, cooldown 3. He was 120 to 160 HP. And then we'll just drag that across. Happy days. Transpose today's patient. Okay. Here are today's patients. None of them become wantless, just a bunch of routine operations. You only have time to transpose one patient, the others won't come back. Choose wisely. Look at your patient's tier, mind realm, and request and rewards to determine who you want to transpose. Today's patients offer different rewards. So you've got localized tier 2 form. Decrease hit damage resistance by 15% for 3 turns. 2 and 1. That's fear damage. It's cure, right? Grief damage. It's poison. Pain. Don't know what pain damage is, but I'm guessing it's just like a type, like blunt slash type thing. Do you like the sound of poison though? 2, 1. It has a casting range of 2. To cross around you, so if you get swamped, you can hit everyone. We're gonna go for Lyric Brooks here, though. I think for the poison. Forsaken Nightmares. The patient request your objective displays here with your current status. Relieve the patient of 1 lesser sprite. So just having a look around here. There's nothing we can interact with, so move in. Lesser strife. Dreams given up, battles that should have been fought. They've known no closure, no peace. Defending causes long forgotten. Long range damage keeps its distance. Most patients' minds ignore your presence if left alone, though there are exceptions. Tread silently to remain. It's supposed to be a tread, I would guess. To remain concealed. You're currently concealed. Your enemies will ignore your presence and either idle or wander aimlessly. To remain concealed, you must spend limited AP each turn. Drawing too close to an enemy, attacking or preserving memory also leads to detection. Approach the nearest lesser strife without going over the AP threshold or letting it detect you. You're now in a good position to destroy one of the lesser strifes. Your move. Let's fear missile here, I think. Or yeah, it's fear missile. Most range skill casting is limited by an entity's current line of sight, including yours. Tall obstacles break the line of sight. When faced with ranged enemies, ending your turn outside their line of sight can help you approach safely. Hover over an enemy to display its line of sight. Okay. Let's end the turn here. Let's dash. Why knock you back? Oh. Didn't really work. Well. Fifth, 39 to 52. It's not going to kill it. Right, I'm going to just bomb it one here. Increase your hit damage by 40% for 5 turns. Heal up to 35% of your max HP and cleanse temporary negative effects. We'll go anger then. Okay. Good. Let's say different mechanics, but I like in this asymmetrical sort of view. It's a wretch. It's your close range. My gut says to move here. When you step, tile effects such as carcass apply to entities that step on them. Hover over them to know what they do. Allies intoxicate, 1 intoxicate stack, and enemies grants 1 swell. End the turn here. Ow. Okay. Let's punch. Could kill it. Did. Oh, okay. So even doing that dash. Okay. Okay. It's cure. Okay, game regain covering 10% of your max HP a turn for 5 turns. Sure. As we've taken a few hits. Lesser Sprite. A spite. In the faintest form, hatred is usually associated with specific targets. Even at such low intensities, the repressed wish that something or someone would suffer is easier hidden than cleansed. Extreme charge damage keeps its distance. Okay. Just end the turn here. Okay. Some enemy skills, such as the Wretch's Leap, charge for a number of turns before they are cast. Certain charge skills are targeted on a specific entity. Target skills cannot be dodged and are unaffected by line of sight. Prevent a targeted skill from hitting its target by interrupting the caster with a push or other disable effect. I basically need to just hoon it up towards him then. Little dash. Guessing it's got two turn cooldown. Yeah, guy's mind maze feels a little unfair. Or loser. You can just use a neural anic to re-establish the connection. Okay, that's I was going to say, it's like, what? There's not a lot I can do here. When your HP reaches 0, you'll get disconnected. You can use a neural axe special consumable to reconnect. On top of a neural axe, reconnecting more than once consumes an increasing amount of awareness. Awareness is a special resource you acquire by destroying enemies. You've exceptionally been granted a lot of awareness. Reconnecting resets your enemy's action points. Finish them off before they disconnect you again. Alright, so I'm thinking we want to... What's this? Okay. Need to grab a heal. Okay. Roots for 1 turn. Rooted targets cannot move or be moved. Okay, let's... Let's punch him. When he starts targeting me... Oh, okay. That was easy. All undesirables eliminated. Good work, Mastermind. Pulling you back now. Transposition successful. It's up to level 2. So we get 1 learning point, plus 30 HP, and plus 130 discipline. We've got diagonal. Discipline weight 5, cast damage 2. Yeah. Grief damage, poison, and a good cooldown. By successfully transposing your patient, you've earned reputation. Increasing your reputation grants multiple perks and is required to travel further. Thank you. Thank you so much. Godspeed. Pretty close call, this one. Ruling is fine, though. Patients know what they're getting into. Transposition success rate used to be pretty low. You've earned some reputation here in Dumpstead. You won't be able to travel further until you've at least tolerated. New day has dawned. No events. 4 new items, though. Morning, morning, morning. What's up with you? Lots. You've some new synapses we can improve your skills with. And I might have gotten the mind tree up and running again. Ready to become who you could be. You've got the mind tree. Ah, perk system. Lovely. Brings you back, huh? Each corner of the mind tree is associated with different combat style, but feel free to mix them together. Don't worry too much about choosing your path. You can always use a few ponder shards to change your mind later on. You can... I think that's this. Open the neural forge and reforge a skill. My skill level 2 can be broken using a precious mind key. So we can do plus 10 health and affliction damage dealt, 20 health, plus 5% ranged hit damage dealt, and 40 discipline, or 80 discipline. I'm going to go for this one. Just confirm to allocate your learning points or revert to cancel the allocation. This gives me oppressed damage plus 10% hyper empathy damage, wound damage, fragile damage. Okay, so that's the discipline one. I quite like the look of this though. Do that, and let's head over here. Reforging skills. Synapses aren't lost when used to compose skills. Click on an existing skill to swap its synapse, or disassemble the skill to reuse its components. Transpose patience and earn a reputation in Dumpsteed. I've got dash. So instead of jumping like 4, I could put poison in for 4. So it does 40 to 60 grief damage, as well as inflict poison on a 1-turn cooldown. Crafting the skill will disassemble the following skills dash. Craft. Nice. Wasp Grief Arrow. The form, I've got that. Put dash in. Okay, slightly shorter dash. Dashing spear. Okay, good to know. And what have we got? Let's do another patient before we wrap things up with the first episode. I always like to do a little bit of a longer one. So we've already got tier 1. So what have we got here? Changes your auto attack to range of 1. Neuro spiked glove. Just 30 to 40 pain damage. Increase shield by 80 to 110. Increase hit damage resistance by 15%. So that's fear. Sharpen. Daze burns 2 AP for 3 turns. That sounds really useful. Inflict fragilize, dealing 10 to 14 pain damage every time the target takes damage for 3 turns. So that's just additional damage every time they take damage. I like this daze. Burns 2 AP extra, so I can use like a 4 AP and it's net only using 2. That they'll get back. I like the sound of that. So we're going to go and do Zephyrin Blake. Toxic Nightmares. Again, it's just a simple way of getting back into combat. It's good. Enjoying it so far. Toxic Nightmares. Ready to delve a little deeper? Exploring your patient's subconscious grants you insight. More insight, more data, more rewards. It's uncharted territory though. Exploring the mind is pretty dangerous. If you feel like the patient's request is at risk, get back to the waymarked route. I designed the path to be as safe as direct as possible. Okay, so we can go into this. Exploring the patient's subconscious grants you the best rewards. You can always get back to the waymarked route after exploring. Okay. Oh my good god. Rot. Toxic thoughts hidden rather than dealt with. They're still there, silently rotting, growing. Terrain soiling, explodes on death, poison. Whenever you explore, patient instability permanently increases by 1. Permanent instability cannot be lowered. Patient's subconscious has bred unstable memories. Preserve them quickly as they collapse after a few turns, generating instability. So need to preserve that. Okay. Move here. And silent enemies like rot burst on death, dealing damage to their surroundings. Try not to destroy them around memories. Okay. How far is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's end the turn. You leave a trail of flow in your wake for 3 turns. Deception. Gain deception. Become invisible on kill. I'm going to take the regain though. The deeper you explore, the more insight you learn. This is the deepest I can currently get to you though. I wouldn't explore any more today. The patient's request awaits you in the way marked route. Clearing an explore room grants you insight. Hover over the insight gauge for more information. Boss requests require you to deal with a single powerful enemy you can face immediately upon starting transposition. Enter the boss room. Lesser regret. At times, the immeasurable mass of abandoned thoughts and lost potentials makes itself manifest. Panic ensures, what else could you have been? What splendors have you missed out on? Permanent toxic stacks, spawns enemies, terrain soiling, poison, cannibal. Okay. Cleanses negative effects. Restores up to 25% HP. Okay. Let's move here. Rethink. Move there. Okay, let's be a missile here. 4 leaves me 2. Okay, I was hoping that would do something. Got that regeneration going. Let's poison him. Let's just do that. Okay, I can do this. Okay, that didn't do anything. Hateful Wren, 215. Okay. Kill him. Poison him. Punch him. Alright, he's... Obsession Pod. Thoughts aren't usually born forsaken or toxic, but some parts of you have developed a habit of spitting only the most worthless of the seed. Spawns enemies. Okay. That's really good to know. Impervious. Okay, let's end the turn here. Okay. Okay, so it still keeps going. That's interesting. Kill them. Affliction damage up. A charge skill will hit all positions marked in red after a set number of turns. Look for safe spots to avoid devastating effects. Okay. Okay. Let's end the turn. Alright, so you're going to leap next to me then. Well, that memory's gone. There's no other memories, is there? Okay. Anytime 0 MP will reward your enemies with a free action point. Okay, let's heal. Don't know how to... Let's do that. Okay. I'm in trouble here. Wow. You got 68 damage. Tell me how much you do. Poison damage does. $36 grief damage at the start of the turn. Okay, so you're dead. Heal. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You're supposed to take 36 grief damage. Okay. I've got one awareness left here. How much health you got left? 120. Right. Last. Okay, we failed then. Should transposition fail, you still get to keep items as part of the XP you've earned, but lose patience rewards. Okay. You can even abandon an operation from the pause menu when faced with impossible odds. Perfect. My reputation's gone down. Perfect. Day 4. Turn new equipment. Open the equipment menu. Equipment is a special kind of data that lets you alter Eiris' state in transposition. Check on them often. Offense. What's my... I'd like to know what my damage is already. It's got to be better. Okay, ladies and gents, we're going to call this one apart here. Intriguing game so far, I think. Yeah, it's got that stuff that we like in XCOM. It's got that no cover system though, which is a bit weird. That last battle was, yeah, I should have just kept going in at the boss instead of trying to deal with some of the minions off the start there. I think that's what killed me there. But yeah, Wrist and Dump Steed, Dream Disposal, were unwelcome. Yeah. Plenty more to come on this. So please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help me out. And there'll be some more coming away shortly. And I'll see you all in the next one.